All right, so today we're checking out the Saramonic Air SE, and this is a very tiny 5-gram wireless microphone, and I have it attached to my hat right here with a magnet. And yeah, right now it's on my phone with the USB-C connector. It's 48 kilohertz, 24-bit audio. It does have AI noise reduction of 2 levels, and right now I'm just in my car. All the audio you're going to hear in this video is going to be from the microphone without any enhancements or alterations. So you get an idea what it sounds like. It's obviously in my car, it's going to be a little bit of an echo. Right now, I'm not moving. I'm in a parking lot. And so this should give you a baseline of what the audio sounds like with no noise reduction. Not too noisy around here. And I'm obviously inside the car with the windows up, and there's really not a whole lot of wind, but I'm going to go ahead just for the baseline test, going to turn on the noise reduction. So this should be the strong level of noise reduction, and probably without any noise, the audio is going to probably sound pretty similar, although the echo that you're hearing inside here might be a little bit different depending on how the noise reduction alters the sound. But of course, there's not a lot of noise, so probably not a lot of difference in the audio. Going to go to the next level. It's going to be the low level of a noise reduction. So that was previously the high level of noise reduction, and now we're on the low level of noise reduction. So perhaps in a less noisy environment, this should be good enough to give you very clear audio, although you may find that having no noise reduction at all probably sounds the best in most situations. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off noise reduction, and we're back on standard audio again. I'm going to go ahead and drive around. We'll have some road noise and see what that sounds like. All right, so I'm on the road now, just driving moderate speeds, like 40 miles an hour. And this is without noise reduction, so there should be a fair amount of road noise you can hear, wind going by, etc. Also the bumps in the road, you can probably hear that pretty well. Go ahead and turn on the noise reduction now. So this should be the strong level of noise reduction, again going about the same speed. How does that sound in terms of the difference in terms of the noise reduction? All right, so this is the low level of noise reduction. How does that sound compared to the high level of noise reduction and also with no noise reduction? Let me know what you guys think. All right, so I'm testing it outside now, and there's some pickleball courts over here. You can probably hear that, and we have no noise reduction on right now. That's pretty distinct sound, that pickleball sound. But yeah, there's the pickleball courts over there. There's some tennis courts over here. I'm sure you're hearing all of those sounds. Go ahead and turn noise reduction on. This is going to be the strong level of noise reduction. Again, lots of outside noises here. Let me know how you guys think that sounds. And we'll turn on the low level of noise reduction. Again, let me know how that sounds in comparison. There's going to be a slight alteration in my voice, of course, between the different levels of noise reduction. Obviously, with no noise reduction, my voice will probably sound the clearest, but you're going to hear the background noise. I'm going to turn noise reduction off again, so back to the standard audio here, and my voice should sound the clearest on this level here with no noise reduction. But again, you're going to hear lots of background noise, and probably hear this jet over there, cars over there on the street. So this is just baseline here with no noise reduction. And yeah, how does my voice sound just with the plain microphone with no adjustments? Typically that sounds, for me, it sounds the best, but you guys let me know what you think. All right, so I'm going to try a short range test here. Don't imagine the range is going to be too far for something this small. You know, the antennas are not going to be that large. And I am on the low level of noise reduction. Again, in the same environment here with the pickleball courts and tennis courts over here to my left as I move backwards, and I'm trying to maintain line of sight with the receiver over there. It's attached to my phone because I'm pretty sure if I turn around and block it with my body, the signal will be lost. But I'm going to just play back this recording as is, and if there's any breakup or loss of signal, obviously the sound is going to be gone. And I'm here totally on the other side of these basketball courts, so I would imagine this is probably about 150 feet, I think, somewhere around there. And for my use case, this is plenty of range. I don't imagine putting my camera somewhere and then going much further than that with a system like this. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think of the range of this microphone. All right, so in this part of the video, we're going to talk a little bit about the app that works with the Saramonic Air SE. So basically connect the microphone to this app and do firmware updates, and also, you know, make some adjustments. We'll go ahead and take a look at that. So you need to go to your Play Store and look for Saramonic and go ahead and install it and go ahead and open it. All right, so let's go ahead and plug in the receiver and see if this will read the microphone. Plug it in. Allow access. Okay. There we go. Now it shows up here as Saramonic Air SE device management. Click that. Okay, looks like we'll need to log in. Okay, so once we've logged in, you can see that it shows the Saramonic Air SE microphone, and we got your little output gain meter here. So let's go ahead and pull up the mic and see if it actually is picked up. Tap on here. All right, so it looks like it is connected and working. It looks like you can adjust the gains. It's set to 4 here. So if you want it louder, it goes to 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, 4 seemed okay. I didn't really think it was too loud. You can change the channel from mono to stereo, and then there's a safety track that you can record as well. I think it's on one of the channels. Back to mono. There's also the level of noise cancellation. You have weak, off, and strong. This is the battery level of the transmitter. Right now only one is connected, the one is turned off. All right, so here are the EQs that you can mess with. These are built in. You can adjust these here in the app. So there's original. That's everything you've heard in the video, but you know, obviously you can customize this. So tap on here. They have high boost, bass boost, vocal enhance, low cut 150 hertz, low cut 75 hertz. So those are the available EQ settings. Transmitter light, I think that's going to be this one right here. So it's green because noise cancellation is on. Let's see if I turn it off, it turns back to blue. And then this light here, if you want to turn it off, turn it off. But you can see it should still be working. Yep. But just the little light is off. But you probably want to see what that is so you know what noise cancellation level you're on. Then the speaker on means that if you have this plugged in, the speaker on your phone still works. But if you don't want that, you can change that. But then this requires a reboot of my phone, so I'm not going to cancel. Go under more here, and it looks like this will show you the current firmware that's on here. And it does say that the firmware is up to date, but if there's a new firmware that comes out, you will get a button here that says you can upgrade the firmware, but the initial release firmware is the one that you're hearing in this video. All right, I'm back in the studio. I just wanted to show everything that came in the box, and also the size of this system is really tiny and kind of, I think it's turning to my favorite microphone. I think I'm going to be using this for a while. But I am back on my studio camera mic, and it's obviously a little bit of a different sound than the audio you've heard before because the microphones are now in storage in this basically really tiny setup here. So the microphones are on the side here. They're just attached magnetically like this. Very cool. And then the receiver is the USB-C one, is also magnetically attached here, like so. It does. Mine does come with a Lightning version as well for the receiver. You can see here on the box, it shows you two. I believe some of these versions will come with either one or the other. So if you only care about the Lightning receiver, then probably just get that version and save some money. For size comparison, here's a SD card, and if I overlay here, it's about the size of maybe like 3 SD cards, obviously thicker. There is an internal battery inside here, and it does charge. And you can see this little red light over here that's blinking. That means that is the battery inside the transmitter is charging from the internal battery here, and then you have your USB-C for charging here, and there's a little LED light here that turns green when it is fully charged. Also, for size comparison, here's the Boya Mini 2. So it's a different form factor. I did a video on this one already. This one is similar in size. The clip here is already attached, and so is the wind muff. But on the Saramonic Air SE, there is no wind muff already attached. There's the microphone element. They do come with separate wind muffs you have to attach separately. And this one has magnets instead of just the clip, but it does have attachable clips. So these clips are included, and it just attaches to the magnet that's already on here. And if you want to clip this instead of using the magnet, that's what this is for. But this magnet on here is already very strong. See, there's the metal there it attaches to. You can see it gets pulled just by being close to it. So if you got some sort of thin clothing, even on my hat, which is pretty thick, it holds this very, very nicely. And there's the power button there. If you want to mute the microphone, you can press that to mute it. On the receiver, there's the button over here. So when you plug it into the phone, you have these 2 lights that'll blink. And if they're blinking, that means it's not connected. And then when it's connected, it'll blink. It'll turn a solid blue color. And then to initiate the noise reduction mode, you press the button here. It will turn green when it's in noise reduction mode. When you first turn into noise reduction mode, it will fast flash when it's in the strong noise reduction mode, and then slow flash green when it is in the low noise reduction mode. And then after 3 flashes, it will turn solid green. Green means you're in noise reduction mode, and when it's blue, you're in standard audio mode. In terms of the rest of the stuff you get in the box, you get the wind screens, you get user's guide, safety guidelines, and a warranty card. Those 2 clips that you can magnetically attach, USB-A to USB-C cable for charging. The Lightning receiver, if you have the receiver, the version comes with both, and then you have a nice little cloth carrying pouch that carries everything. Now, as you probably heard from the sample audio when I was doing the long range test, and on the basketball court, there was a fair bit of wind noise because the microphone element is completely exposed here. So if you want to reduce that, you should use the included wind guards here. So I think they just basically you just kind of wrap. Yeah, it's like an elastic here, and then you wrap the band around the edge of this microphone. It's a little tricky to get on. All right, so there we go. Got it on there now. So that should cover that microphone element, but I think it's probably not going to go back in the case. Let's see here. It's a very strong magnet, but yeah, it's not allowing it to snap into place, and it's not going to charge. It is a strong magnet, so it does hold it. That's probably not going to charge with the windscreen on there. So it's not too hard to get it off. You just have to kind of wrap the elastic around the edge here, and that should prevent that wind noise from coming through. All right, so that's going to cover for my review of the Saramonic Air SE, a very cool form factor, and the audio sounds pretty good in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'll put a link in the description if you guys want to check it out. That'll do it for this video. Talk to you guys in the next one.